Bullies force poor girl to clean bathroom. Karate black belt fights back. The smell of bleach burned her nose as Aisha bent down on her knees, scrubbing the grimy bathroom tiles of her school. Her hands shook, not from the cleaning itself, but from the sting of humiliation. Behind her, 3 girls leaned against the wall, arms crossed, watching her with smirks stretched across their faces. "Scrub harder, poor girl," one of them sneered, kicking a bucket closer. "You don't want to miss a spot. Maybe this is what you're good for, cleaning up after people like us." The words sank deep into Aisha's chest, heavier than the mop she held. She bit her lip, fighting the tears that threatened to spill. Aisha came from a small, struggling family. Her father worked long shifts at a factory, her mother cleaned houses, and together they barely managed to keep the lights on. At school, Aisha tried to blend in, to keep her head down and survive the whispers about her worn shoes and second-hand backpack. But the bullies always found her. They fed on her silence, testing how far they could go. And now, forcing her to scrub the bathroom while other students walked past and laughed, they thought they had broken her completely. But what no one knew was that Aisha had a secret. For years, she had trained quietly at the local dojo. Karate had been her escape, her therapy, her way of building strength when life gave her nothing but weakness. Her sensei always told her, "Discipline is your power. You don't fight to hurt people, you fight to protect yourself, and to stand up when the world tries to knock you down." Those words burned in her mind now, echoing louder than the laughter around her. One of the bullies kicked the mop out of her hand, the dirty water spilling across the floor. "Look at her, she can't even clean properly," the ringleader mocked. The laughter filled the room, bouncing off the cold bathroom walls. Aisha slowly stood up, her body trembling, not with fear this time, but with something far stronger. She raised her head, her eyes meeting theirs, and for the first time, they saw something they weren't used to seeing in her gaze: fire. "Pick it up," the bully demanded, stepping closer. Aisha's hand clenched into a fist at her side. She took a deep breath, remembering the endless hours of training, the times she had been knocked down but forced herself to rise again. "No," she said firmly, her voice steady. The bathroom went silent. The bullies exchanged confused glances. "What did you just say?" the leader snapped, shoving her shoulder. In that moment, Aisha's training took over. With swift, controlled movements, she sidestepped the push and used the bully's own force to throw her off balance. The girl stumbled back, crashing against the wall. Gasps echoed as the others froze, wide-eyed. Another rushed forward in anger, but Aisha pivoted, delivering a sharp roundhouse kick that stopped inches from the girl's face. She didn't hit her, but the message was clear. She could. The bully staggered back, fear flooding her expression. The ringleader scrambled up, her arrogance crumbling. You can't do this. You'll get in trouble," she stammered. Aisha stood tall, her voice calm but firm. "What's worse, me defending myself, or you humiliating someone who never deserved it?" Her words cut deeper than any punch. The bathroom fell into silence, broken only by the sound of dripping water. For the first time, the bullies didn't look powerful. They looked small. The story didn't end there. Rumors spread quickly through the school. At first, whispers of the bathroom incident were twisted into lies, that Aisha had attacked the girls. But witnesses began to speak up, students who had seen her forced to clean, students who had stayed quiet too long. Slowly, the truth surfaced. Teachers stepped in, the bullies faced consequences, and Aisha's courage became a symbol of strength for others who had been silent victims. But Aisha's victory wasn't just about the fight. It was about the choice she made, to stop hiding, to stand up not only for herself but for everyone who had ever felt powerless. She continued training, not for revenge, but for growth. She began teaching younger kids at the dojo, many of whom faced their own struggles with bullies or fear. She showed them that real strength wasn't about hurting others, it was about finding the courage to rise when you're pushed down. One evening, after practice, her sensei looked at her proudly. "You understand now," he said. "Karate isn't just about kicks and punches. It's about respect, discipline, and courage. And you've shown all three." Aisha smiled, the weight she carried for so long finally lifting. The bullies never tried to bother her again. They had learned that power built on cruelty crumbles when faced with true strength. And Aisha walked the halls of her school with her head high, not because she was feared, but because she had earned respect, not only for herself, but for every quiet soul who dreamed of being brave. By the end, Aisha's story wasn't just about a poor girl forced to clean a bathroom. It was about resilience, courage, and the unshakable truth that even in the darkest moments, strength can rise from the most unexpected places.